Hi, everybody. This is Gail. Welcome to my channel tonight. I see that we have already been joined by Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man the Hero. He's in the house. So, hello, Peter Parker. I'm going to flip this over and make sure that I have announced this video in our group because I started to, but my mind's been bouncing. So, let me see. Okay. All right, it doesn't look like it posted, so I'll fix that. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Hope you're having a great weekend. So many things going on right now. Let's see. Let me get this popped over. Don't really have too much specific lined up to talk about. It's pretty much just whatever's on your mind. I do have a couple of quick things. I got starting a new series. I'm so stoked about this. We are. Let's see. Oh, I see what happened. I posted to the wrong thing. Okay. I'm going to share this then. On just a second. Woo. I am doing a new series. I don't know. Hopefully you all saw that. I've gotten the first one up, and there's going to be more. Every few days, I'm going to be talking about how the fall colors are here in Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina, over East Tennessee, and going over to the Smoky Mountains. So, I have plans to be, I don't want to say everywhere, but I've got plans to do it in different locations because I know some of you folks are talking about putting your vacations down and you're not sure like what the fall colors look like or when the colors are going to change, but you want to go to the Smoky Mountains or the Cherokee National Forest or over Western North Carolina around Boone. So I'm hoping and planning on this series helping you out with that and giving you some information to use. And that's my hope anyway. That's what I'm planning on. And let's see here. We have got, I've got a thing saying somebody else joined us. No? Yes? Maybe? I got a little thing. I don't know. Anyhow, that's what I'm looking at as far as fun. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy this, the new series there. All right, so let me go in the chat for just a minute. Candy, the wee service dog, is here. So hi, Candy. I'm going to flip through some of these chat things here. Peter says he just built a new fast computer and got the new motherboard today. Got Windows installed and still needs to run tests on the hardware and load drivers and update Windows and install Viper antivirus and internet security. Yep. So you got a lot of work to do. Plus, you have all those regular updates that come with Windows anyway that you always have to do too. Don't forget those. Oh, no. Now, it's okay. I know that holiday is right around the corner. I have started shopping for it already. I'm pretty much done with a couple of people, though. Glad to see you, Laurel. So, hi, Candy, the wee service dog. No, I'm not going to go to winter. We're going to talk about fall. Hey, busy lady. Welcome tonight. Hope you're doing good. All right. So, fall is such a big deal in this area. I'm so glad, too, that they are loosening up some of the restrictions in different places so people can come and enjoy. You still want to wear indoors, follow those CDC guidelines, but being outdoors, you get a chance to breathe that fresh air. But you still have to pick your time to come. It's also something I'm going to be talking about some. Those little videos on this new series, we're going to be talking about the fall colors, and they're going to be shorts for the most part. And so little fall color updates lasting less than a minute, but doing it where you can see the colors that'll be behind me and so forth. And we don't have too much color right now. That is going to be, of course, perking up. So the way it works with the changing of the leaves in the fall is the colors will start to change at the very highest elevations, and then it'll work its way down into the valley. So as we go through this season, you may notice colors changing on up at like 5,000 feet and so forth, and then have nothing at the lower elevations until, I don't want to say the last minute, but until after it's already left the upper treetops, shall we say, the higher elevations. So, yeah, that's the way it is with the colors, and there's some variation with the fall foliage as far as when that happens at different places around the country. And so the southeast, being the southeast, it's my understanding that we're a little behind the curve, that maybe some colors are showing up if you're a little further north. Busy lady, how are the colors by you? I know you're a little bit north from me, by a couple of states. But how are the fall colors up there? Because that's what I've always been heard. That's what I've always been told, is that being in the South, we're a little later than some of the northern areas. So, all right, I got to text somebody who's not here and remind her it's Saturday and we're here. And y'all know who I'm talking about, right? That evasive stellar piper. We'll see what she says. And let's see. Candy the Wee Service Dog says that Candy loves her hoodies. Yay! Are you going to post some photos of her and her hoodies? Because that would be cute. I think you've posted some before. But it's always nice. It's always just, kind of warms your heart. And she says, reds and oranges are my favorite colors. Ohio is still green. Gotcha. I'm going to put a link in the description box, too, of some of the, I think I did a video from the Blue Ridge Parkway last year. If not, I've got some photos of it. And it was just absolutely fabulous with color. So I'm hoping that we have that kind of color again this year. Yeah, I did. I'm going to post that in the description box because it was amazing. I'll pull that up too. Let me see if I can just add a little bit of it to this. Maybe I can pull it up in the stream. Okay, come on, computer. It really works really good if you're going to share something to hit all the right buttons. Just saying. And that is not something I was doing. Sorry, y'all. Let me skip out of this ad. But this was last year, Blue Ridge Parkway, looking over western North Carolina. So hopefully we'll get some more great color like that this year. But that's what the updates are going to be, my fall color reports. So we're going to be talking all about that. So let me pull out of here now. And I'm going to put that link down in the description box. So, all right. Travel trivia questions. How did I get that in there? Okay, no. And of course, Blue Ridge Parkway is one of the nice scenic trails in the U.S. So, okay, there we go. It is on there. Okay, so Laura likes reds and oranges, her favorite colors. Ohio's still green. Peter's given me all the reminders about the upcoming holiday season with Santa Claus being here in December. Candy's pulling out all of her stuff from fall outerwear from storage. Okay, Peter, thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great night too. So, good night, Peter. Candy says that'll be great. Awesome. I hope so. They do, Peter. They do. You should hear me on the guitar. I have that same problem on the guitar as far as fingers hitting all the wrong strings and so forth. So, yeah, it's the way life goes. So, I was not built tall and thin. Oh, but yeah. So, I'm hoping that you guys are going to like the new series. I've also got a couple of little shorts on just a couple of little things in the area. So, I do have something kind of serious that may get in the way of some of things coming up. And that is, I'm going to be having some surgery later in the month. But I think that the fall colors will already be obvious by that time. So I think that you'll like it. Candy's asking, am I still checking out the dulcimer? Yes, I am. Thing is, though, I'm gonna hold off on some of the expenses right now because of the new bills that I'm fixing to get slammed with, and also raising the money for the service dog. I don't think I can pay all the medicals and do the service dog and everything simultaneously. So I'm going to be holding off on the dulcimer for just a little while, you know. And I hate that, but I just don't think I'm going to have the headspace for lessons and learning an instrument right now. So, yeah. But I'll have surgery toward the end of the month. So I'll be down a few days. I don't anticipate this to be, too long to recover from. And so then maybe after I get some of the bills taken care of, I can look at picking up dulcimer. Hopefully January is my hope. But we'll see. We'll see. Every time the doctors order another test, I see dollar signs. They see results, and I think they see either their boat payment or their student loan payment. But, the fact is we live in the U.S., and healthcare is expensive, and sometimes you just got to do it. So that's the way that goes. But, yeah. So thank you, Candy. Stellar Piper has arrived. Hello, Stellar Piper, and welcome. Don't forget, y'all, smash that like button, okay? Come on. Smash it all to pieces. Because that really helps me out. And I'm really, really hoping that you guys like this new series. What have you all been up to? Candy, I got your I have thought about it. The thing is, my husband picked it up and he hasn't put it back down yet. So he's actually working with that, which is good for him. I mean, it's good. So we'll just have to see about something else on the dulcimer. But it's not just financial. It's like headspace, for me to get into that. I'm looking forward to it. It's just that with upcoming surgery and stuff, I have to concentrate on like one thing at a time. So, and Stellar Survivor saying hi to Candy. So, hello. So yeah, that's the big things that I had to talk about tonight. So, how about you all? Tell me what's going on with you. I know, Candy, you got some really good news. I saw that right before the live stream, so I wasn't able to comment on it yet, but I'm glad you got that. So, Oh, let's see. I got a message from somebody here. Hold on. I got one of those Twitter notifications, so let me see what this is going on here. Ah, okay. Gloria's going to pop in, but she said she can only stay about 5 minutes because she says she's got some company coming over and things like that. So we will see her when we see her. So I totally get you on that, Gloria. Totally do. So anyhow, okay. Candy says that she understands that she's saving for Candy's dental procedure, and she asks what Stellar has been up to. Oh yeah, Stellar, we were going to have you tell us all about your recent vacation. We were going to pounce on you with that. We want to hear all about it. So maybe what you could do is joining us live maybe next week and tell us about it and any tips for saving money that you have on the vacation, stuff like that. Stellar says work, and I haven't finished unpacking yet because I've been slacking. Ciao, Gloria. Oh, Gloria's in. So, hi, Gloria, and welcome. I know you said you have company and friends coming over, but we're glad that you can be here for what you can be. So, Stellar, was it crowded when you were there? I didn't even get a chance to ask that. I bet it was. And it's okay for you to be slacking because come on, you've got to get headspace too. And I think sometimes it can be really hard personally to readjust from being home from vacation because part of it is you've got so much stuff to do. And the other part is, do you really want to be home from vacation? So you've got both of those things. And let's see. Ciao, Gloria. And don't forget to hit like on the video, live stream. Sorry, video, live stream. Live stream now, video later. So excuse me if I say video, live stream, video. So, yeah. So, anyhow, I know that Stellar went to see the mouse. And that's on my list for someday. I'm not sure with all the restrictions and stuff. And that seems to be an expensive place again. For a little while, it wasn't so bad, but like everything that I read, it just indicates that the prices are just shooting up through the roof. Okay, Gloria, thanks for coming. You have a great weekend. Stellar Piper says it was crowded, but not super cramped, if that makes sense. Okay, it does. It does. We never had any problems finding a seat on the Disney buses. Wow. Now that's a change from the last time I was there. The last time I was there, it was packed. And we were supposedly there off season, so early May. We only used them a few times, but that gives you an idea. Yep, it does. Ciao, Gloria. So, yeah. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. I know one thing that I'm looking forward to now that it's cooler. I'm not going to Disney, but one thing I'm looking forward to is being out of the house a little bit more and seeing things, especially with the colors that are going to be changing. So looking forward to it because I've got to get all of my all of my I don't want to say interest, but all of my vim and vigor for traveling out before the 26th for a little while. After that, it's going to be a little rocky for a week. So, anyway, and Peter mentioned Christmas coming up. I've got so many ideas for Christmas, for travel, and with you guys. So, I see myself doing some more giveaways around mid November through about early December. Is that okay with you all? We have a few more giveaways. And, and of course, we've got the auction coming up. That's the fundraiser. That's going to be starting on the 16th. And I'm starting to put some pieces up for it. So keep watching that for the next few days for the pre-listings. I think you're going to like some of this stuff. And we've even got a couple of Linux pieces. I think we've got like 3 Linux pieces. And I have a book that's been autographed by Joel Osteen. If anyone likes his stuff, we've got that. So it's going to be good. And let's see, Candy the Wee Service Dog says, Candy doesn't like hearing the word teeth, because the vet kept saying teeth when she was showing me things in her mouth. Now when I talk to someone about her teeth, her ears go straight up. Aw, poor little girl. Well, hopefully I can remember to whisper it if I say it again. But mostly I just hope she's going to be okay. I'm sure she will be. But my best wishes for a speedy recovery on that. And we have a Walt Disney World item that's going to be up for bids in the auction. And of course, the quilt. And Tanya sent us some things. So we've got that. We got some really neat stuff. Just saying. So, y'all, it's going to be fun. So keep watching. It's over in the Facebook group. I'm going to pull that up. I have a special Facebook just for the auction. And if y'all need to look it up, it's the Gail's Service Dog Fundraising Auction. I'm going to put the link right here in our chat. So, lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Oh, you did, Stellar. Okay. That'll be good. I know he'll enjoy it. Candy says she's fine. I just think it's funny how she learns new words all the time. It's a sign she's smart. You know, doggy intelligence. It's a thing. And, you know, we all like to learn new things too. And why not dogs? So I think that's cool that she's learning. You know, I read somewhere that the average dog can learn up to 100 words. You know, I don't know. Some people may not know 100 words. I'm kidding about that, by the way. So don't send me hate emails, okay? I was kidding on that. Not about the dog part, but about the people part. Some of them even know how to spell. You know, like with Tomlin, you know, we got to where we would spell the word out because we might not be ready to go out that second. So we would spell it, especially if we were going to leave. And by golly, he learned that associated with going through the door and driving off and leaving. I couldn't believe it. But yeah. And she says, too smart for her own good. Well, that's awesome because you want her smart enough for your good. So, yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I just pulled it up right quick just to double check. And how stuff works says, okay, that you can teach your dog more than 100 words. And somebody who's a psychologist performed a quote, significant amount of research on the subject of dog intelligence and suggests that the average trained dogs know 160 words. 100. Now, I'd always heard 100. So, new info right there. 160. Oh, Candy figured that out as well, too. So cool. It's amazing. And see, the thing is, I thought my spelling of words ended when the kids went to college and then they got married and moved out. And I figured that my need to spell words ended at that point. But you know what? It didn't. It was just starting. Woo. Oh, okay. Stellar says she's used words that she's had to define at work several times. Well, I get not knowing the meaning of some words, but I think that that's a matter sometimes of just being exposed. Now, let's see. Laurel says the vet can't believe Candy will be 9 years old in January. She got on the floor and played with her. Aw. Now, that's awesome. She got on the floor and played with the dog. That is so cute. So cute. Now, Chihuahuas have a long lifespan for dogs, right? I know a lot of dogs, around 12 to 14. Okay, and Laurel says that she knows Candy even understands she has several nicknames. Yeah, you can't help but give extra nicknames. You know, and that's a-okay. I know we called Tomlin several other nicknames. Fluff Generator was one of them because as a husky, the gift that keeps on giving is the fluff. So, but we used it. We put his fluff on the garden. Of course, Candy doesn't generate as much fluff with her being a Chihuahua, but we literally would get bags full. Bags full. And I'm hoping that the next one will be a golden retriever or a lab. I understand that golden retrievers have some dog hair, but it can't compare to the husky or the Malamute or the other Arctic breeds because they've got that double layer thick coat. So, anyway. So, yeah. So, let's see. Did I post that link? Did that come through? Yes, it did. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so the link to the fundraiser did come through in the chat. So that's great. So, what kind of nicknames do you have for Candy? I just have to ask. You don't have to say them, you can type them. Whoops. And I'm knocking my microphone into the middle of next week, as you can tell. Sorry about that. Okay, middle age. Gotcha. Candy's saying the average Chihuahua can live 18 to 22 years, so she's just reaching middle age. Yeah. I thought they had a longer lifespan. That's amazing. Because at 20 years, you know, baby human babies have grown up to be adults and they're going to be halfway through college. So that's an amazing length of time. I know we were looking at several breeds, and the Bernese Mountain Dog that we looked at, which are supposed to be great dogs and they look fabulous, but their lifespan, they said, is around 6 to 8 years. And I just don't know if I can do a 6 to 8 year dog. I wish they all had like the 18 to 22 like Candy does. That would be amazing. Hey, we've got Valerie Reese in the house. So, hello, Valerie. I hope you're doing well and having a great weekend. And hello, hello. You just missed my announcement a little while ago on the new series. I'm starting one. Actually, I just started, and it's on a fall color report where I'm going to be going to different places in like Western North Carolina, Southwest Virginia, East Tennessee, even in the Smokies, and doing little shorts showing what the colors are. So it should be fun. Not every day, of course, but it's going to be every few days because right now there is no color. So there's really not that much to show other than kicking off the first color report. So, but as we all know, that's going to change. So yeah, Valerie, it's good to see you there. So what else is on everybody's mind this week? Good things happening, I hope. I hope. I know Stellar is still trying to get her mind around unpacking from her trip. So the fact that you're back at work and in the swing is a good thing. Stellar is sharing some of Tomlin's names that we had for him, saying that Tomlin was fuzzy, fluffinator, goof in the good way, shredder, savage, and occasionally his actual name. And I have to tell you, Savage actually never fit Tomlin. Unless you were a stuffed animal, you had nothing to worry about with him, which is why we used it. Ooh, Valerie spent the day at a banquet with some awesome women from the Heart Stitchers group. That is great. I bet you had a wonderful time. Now, do you work on the same project, or is it just women who love to knit coming together? Because either one sounds fabulous. Hey, Stellar Piper has another kid that moved into an apartment. So good. All right, now Candy is saying that who is actually Laurel, is saying that Candy, the wee service dog, has the nicknames of Girl, Sidekick, Sweetheart, and Nosy. Nosy's such a fabulous nickname because dogs are always sticking their nose into things. That is so cute. I love that. But the neat thing about nicknames, at least for dogs, is, it just kind of comes out of their personality, and it's not like you sit down and you say, I am going to decide today that my dog's nickname from now on is going to be fill in the blank. It always comes out of, the love and the bond and the personality. So that's cute. All right, Valerie's saying it was their yearly banquet. There were speakers, classes, and lots of giveaways. Ooh, that does sound like fun. I hope you got some wonderful giveaways. That sounds like a great way to spend the day. It does. Candy's saying it sounds nice. I agree. It's just, sometimes it's just nice to take the day apart and just be with a group of women, and relax and let your hair down and just have good, constructive fun. And let's see, Stellar says, a church group also made and donated some beautiful quilts for the beds in our new shelter. That's neat. That is very cool. Hopefully they will value them and have them forever. Very cool. All right. Valerie got a nice project bag and lots of yarn. That's the equivalent of winning the lottery for you, getting the bag and yarn. That's fabulous. So I'm glad that happened. Because y'all, for those of you who don't know, Valerie does amazing things for a lot of people, and she knits these absolutely adorable hedgehogs, but also little hats and scarves to help keep kids warm when it's cold weather. So the fact that she won all this yarn at a giveaway is just a huge blessing that I know she's going to pass on to other people. That is so, so cool. That's a good thing. Hey, last of a Writer's Creed is in the house. So, hello, hello. Welcome. It is good to see you. We haven't seen too much of Last of a Writer's Creed. Trying to think when it's been. It's been a while since you've been in here. But always glad to see you. You all, Last of a Writer's Creed. If you want to hear some D poetry, go just look it up, Last of a Writer's Creed, because it's really good work. So, but it's good to see you. Yeah. And let's see. Candy says, okay, yes, exactly. We had to come up with these names when I was talking about her and didn't want her to figure out what we were saying. Yep. Yep. But you know, we tend to give nicknames to lots of different, you know, our pets, our friends, our families. And the big thing about van lifers is coming up with a nickname for our van. I have a few, but isn't that really just kind of cool how the people and in the case of Van, the things that we love, we have nicknames for? Aw, Valerie's knitting a hat right now while she's watching. So yay. And Stellar says, nobody's used them yet, but the shelter only opened last night. New emergency shelter for 18 to 24-year-olds. Aha! Good deal. I'm glad you've got that. So when you said that you had them, I was envisioning kids having them for their apartments. So I totally messed up on that one. And Candy is saying that's great, Valerie. I second that. So great. Neat stuff. See, bad things happen in the world, but we're finding some good things here to celebrate and talking about fun stuff like nicknames and the knitting and good stuff. New kids moving in to places to live, new shelters to give them the opportunity to be warm. You know, these are things to celebrate. You know, Candy having good reports, we'll celebrate that. So that's awesome. Now, I do want to mention that on the 30th, I just saw my sticky note to remind me. On the 30th, I'm not 100% sure about doing the live stream. I may switch it over maybe for the 31st or maybe go into the first of that week. And that's just because that's the week that I have surgery. So my sticky note just reminded me to mention that. But that's also Halloween weekend, too. So I don't think that I'll be like in bad shape then, but I just wanted to toss it out to let you all know to kind of put it on your radar screens. I might do a premiere. Let's see. Candy says, I had to do the same about not say, quote, buzz you in, because Candy knew what it meant, someone coming up to see us. Now the door will open for you. I know she eventually figured this out. They're smart. They are smart. And of course, Candy being a service dog, she has to be smart. Valerie says she hopes they'll be doing trunk or treat at the marina. I hope so too. Trunk or treat, just in case somebody hears this later on and you don't know what trunk or treat is, it's where groups, organizations, churches get together and give out candy to give kids an alternative to going door to door, so they'll have a safe place to go and get candy and wear the costumes and dress up and just have fun on Halloween. Let's see. Stellar says, Candy, maybe you could say open the portal or raise the drawbridge or grand entrance. Oh, those are good names. I like the open the drawbridge. I just like that, the symbolism. Although I know you're opening the front door, but I just like the idea of the drawbridge. And Candy says, absolutely true. Yeah, we just got to find ways to focus on the positive. And certainly, like her hedgehogs, trunk or treat that's coming up, positive things. All good. And I'm saying that specifically because somebody mentioned to me that there's nothing that they can find to be glad about. And I'm like, there's lots of things. We just have to look for them. Because there's tons of bad stuff. And we're bombarded with that on the headlines. We don't need to be reminded and we don't need to look for bad things because we're getting hit in the face with it. But when we look, we can also find good things. And that's what we have to look for. And let's see. Oh, Candy the Wee Service Dog is saying good idea, Stellar. So she likes Stellar's ideas of open the portal and or raise the drawbridge. Yeah. Of course, grand entrance is cute too. So, absolutely. Valerie says we need to create the good to share with others. I think that is a wonderful way of putting it. Certainly, Valerie's doing that with her knitting. You know, Stellar's doing it with her job. But it doesn't have to be big things. Even little things go a long way to creating good. Stellar's positive thing is her dinner is on the way. There you go. I agree. I'm going to put that back up on the screen. Y'all, here, this, right here. This is what it's about, right here. So, I'll flash it up a couple of times to get somebody's attention if they're going through watching this later. So, yeah. And I love that dinner's on the way, Stellar. No cooking. We haven't had dinner yet. We're going to after the live stream. I sometimes wait until after the stream because I'm too busy ahead of time. So, we're not having anything special though. We're having canned spaghetti sauce. Picked up some things at Food City the other day and Food Lion. But y'all, at Food Lion, I don't know if there's one by you, and I don't know, hopefully it's still on sale, but they've got their pork butts on sale for 99 cents. And their pork chops and so forth, like, started at $3.49, which is not a bad price. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, this pork butt is 99 cents per pound. I can slice that and make pork chops out of it. A lot cheaper than $3.49. So I found out that Food Lion won't do that for you. So we're going to be cutting it ourselves. It's going to look like probably I took ragged scissors and cut it, but that's okay. But if you go to other stores like Ingles or Food City, they'll usually cut it for you. So I was surprised at Food Lion, but that's okay. But yeah, it's going to look like I took scissors to it, I'm sure. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that along just in case you've got a Food Lion near you. My brain cell just died. I was going to say something. I'm sure it was going to be brilliant. No, you're right. Probably not. Oh well, it'll come to me at 4 a.m. And don't forget, please hit that like button if you haven't thought already. Because YouTube, they're kind of paying more attention to that. And that's becoming a bigger deal. And let's see. Oh, Candy's saying she's thankful that Candy's blood work is great. I am also to know I will have the money to pay for Candy's dental procedure. There you go. There you go. And see, dental work may not be something that you would do for a pet that much, but it's one of those things that you have to do for a service dog because you got to take care of your service dog for your service dog to take care of you. And there you go. So I am glad that it is all good there. And Stellar Piper says that's great, Candy. Because it is. So awesome. Okay. Speaking of good things, Valerie, have you heard anything about the Black Friday if we're going to be doing that? Never mind, don't answer. I'll send you a Facebook message on that. Stellar says that she and Hubs will have the car paid off in November. That's awesome. It's just a huge relief when that happens. You know, I will never forget having my little PT Cruiser paid off. It was like the best day. So we went out and celebrated. Are you going to celebrate, Stellar? You should. Go off and do something. Have some fun. Go take a walk through the park or grab some sushi or something and just have fun. That's a big deal. Yeah, I agree. Candy says that's great. Although I do want to toss out something that my husband did. I said something about picking up sushi. Just watch yourselves on that, okay? My husband and I, we go for the doctor's appointments, and we had to go out of town because that's where my doctors are. But we spent the night because we have the trailer, which makes life so much better when you have like 3 days of doctor's appointments. But you will not believe the crazy thing he did. I couldn't believe it. I posted it on Instagram. So if you guys go to my Instagram account, which is instagram.com/Gail Vlogs, you will see a video of my husband having sushi. There's not anything wrong necessarily with having sushi, but he bought it at the gas station. Yes. My husband actually ate sushi that he bought at the gas station and liked it. I'm like, how? How? So maybe I shouldn't have said pick up sushi, Stellar. So, and if you do, watch where you get it from. Because I'm like, come on, it comes from a convenience store. He picked it up when we were buying gas. I couldn't believe that he bought it. I couldn't believe that he ate it. And I was shocked that he liked it. And I'm like, come on. So anyway, that's the link to the video. I mean, like, who but my husband? Just like, who but my husband, you know? Oh, well. He lived. That's all that matters. Right? You are still alive, correct? He is still alive. Okay, now Candy is saying that her son, here we go, her son ate sushi at the local movie theater. I can see that easier than I can a gas station, though. Still a stretch for me, but I can see that easier. I don't know. There's just something about the gas station. Like, I don't mind a hot dog from there once in a while, but I have to, like, even have certain parameters. Like, walking up to an employee saying, when were these hot dogs put out? Because if they've been here for, like, hours, I don't want one. But it's okay. But yeah, movie theater would have to be my second place to not buy sushi. Because I like knowing that stuff's fresh. Of course, I don't eat it that much since ever because it's not been my favorite food. But being allergic to seafood does put a damper on the amount of sushi that you eat. So anyway, basically, Stellar, just find a way that you guys can go out and just celebrate paying off the car. So alrighty. So what else? Anybody got things planned coming up this week? I'm going to be putting things in the freezer this week. Okay, Seller says her dinner showed up, so she's going to go eat. Okay. All right. Well, you go enjoy your dinner. And I'm going to call a conclusion on the live stream at about 8 o'clock. So I can go have dinner. See you, Stellar. Enjoy. I should have asked her what she was having. Oh, well. Now, Valerie's got a plan. She's going to go fishing tomorrow. I hope they're biting for you, Valerie. That sounds like such a nice, relaxing day. I hope you catch your freezer full. So that sounds like a great thing to do. Hubby over here is saying church tomorrow. So yes, I get that. Church tomorrow. Definitely in the plans to tune in. Otherwise, we're going to go try to find a couple of places that we can do the little shorts and just enjoy being outdoors too. Because there's just something nice and soothing and relaxing and just perfect about being out in nature. It really does. It calms your soul. It helps you refocus. Nature and friends. There you go. It is a big deal. So, okay, here. I've got another thing. I've got another tweet message. Let me see what this is, just in case it relates to the live stream. Okay. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. I always try to keep Facebook up and I always try to keep Twitter up. Just, to check in case something's come up and somebody wants to message me like Gloria has this private Twitter account that I'm on, and she'll sometimes message me. Yeah. Like she did earlier about coming in for a little while. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, I know I said 8 o'clock, but it's about 5 till, and I hear things going off in the kitchen. So, let me go see what hubby's doing and take care of dinner. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Valerie's asking if I've been to Shenandoah National Park. Yes. I actually, back several years ago, Stellar went to school in DC, and there were actually times when traffic was really crazy that it was quicker to cut through Virginia going up the Shenandoah National Park than it was to take the regular route home. So I did that a few times. And believe it or not, the first time in my life that I ever stood on the Appalachian Trail was at Shenandoah National Park. And I just thought it was the coolest experience. I was maybe 20 feet onto the Appalachian Trail, but I was okay. That was back when, back in the day. And I thought, there's a lot of people that have always heard about the Appalachian Trail who will never get to stand on it. I know people through hike it and they're up and down it and on portions all the time, but not everybody gets to do that. So I think that's one of the reasons why that park stands in my mind so much, because I have the good memories with Stellar Piper and the good memory of actually standing on the Appalachian Trail. Because Shenandoah National Park is gorgeous. Do you get to go there often, Valerie? If you do, I am insanely jealous. And let's see, Candy says, I'm going to put my feet up and relax before I take Candy out later. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. You too, Candy. You too. So, definitely. So, yeah, Shenandoah National Park is just amazing. I will put that up next to the Smokies, I think. Really? You should go. If you haven't been there, you should go. Now, I think that they still have a fee. I'm going to pull it up and see. And literally, you go up, or at least you did go up, and you drove up to the fair booth and paid. Let's see. Apparently, you do, and you can buy your pass online at recreation.gov. And the website says the entrance pass is $30, but they have different passes. You can see if you qualify for, but it's gorgeous. We've been on the trails, but not in the park. The park is gorgeous. I mean, I'm going to see if I have a photo. I'm not sure that I do have it on Google Photos, but I'm going to see. Yeah, no, I don't think I have any because it's been a while. Not for Shenandoah National Park, but when you go, you'll love it. There's a couple of campgrounds up there, and gorgeous views. You do have to watch out for deer. They will bound right in front of you. And a suicidal deer can ruin your whole day. But it's gorgeous. And let's see, Diamond Music is here. Hi, Gail. Thought I'd stop by really quick and say hello. I'm still at work, so gotta go. So, hello and goodbye, Diamond Music. It is good to see you, even though for a split second, it's good to see you. So, I hope things are going well. You have a fabulous night at work. and a fabulous weekend. TJ Bell Designs is in the house, so hello. It's good to see you. I hope things are going well for you. Valerie says, my husband has hit 2 deer in the last couple of years just around our house. Yeah, I can see it because of the wooded areas. So just watch for that. You're used to looking for them, so watch for that at Shenandoah National Park. I think that's also Smokies, but I think Shenandoah National Park's where we also had a bear, small bear, one of the little black ones, run out in front of us because we don't have grizzlies down here, but I'm pretty sure it was Shenandoah National Park. So, but lots of things to see, and the views are just breathtaking. So go on an off-peak time, take your camera, take it slow, and just, you should make time to go, basically. Just, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to shut up now about that because it's gorgeous. So, yeah. Well, you all, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Okay, so you're good. You're used to, well, good and bad. It's good that you're used to watching out for them. So, no surprises there. That's good. Valerie says she thinks she will. I hope so. I hope so. It's really neat. Now, TJ, you've got the brown bears and the grizzlies, rather, right? To contend with. I'm glad everybody's doing good and that the weather is good. Pull that up. Okay. Yeah, we have lots of. Okay, so you are in an area where you have brown bears. I couldn't remember if it was. Let's see, it's more. Grizzlies are more in the interior, and it's brown bears. I always have to stop and think because me being in the area where I am, I only thought that grizzlies, I mean, like, I don't want to say only thought, I didn't know that there was a difference between brown bears and grizzlies. I thought only grizzlies were that only type, rather, I should say. I can't even articulate it well. But basically, I thought there were black bears and grizzly bears and was really surprised and thought it was kind of cool to learn about the brown bears. And of course, I knew about polar bears being different too. So neat. Neat. The things you learn. And I didn't know that until I was traveling. So, yeah. Well, all right, you guys. Thank you again for coming out and hanging out. I'm going to go see what hubby is doing because he started supper and he wasn't supposed to. Hopefully it's edible. Hopefully. So anyway, you all go have a great weekend. Thanks for coming out, and I will see you next week, Saturday at 7 p.m., and I'll have some little updates and little shorts and some videos coming up through the week. So remember, though, our big saying is that we're always about the hashtag be bodacious. Let's see what. Okay, and TJ Bell Designs is saying that the grizzlies in Canada are in BC and Alberta. And there's also Kodiak bears in BC. Now, I'm not familiar with Kodiak bears, so I'll have to look at that. And she says she's located in the middle of Canada. We have just brown bears of different colors, cinnamon to black. Cool. I'll have more to keep a watch for then when I go up there. Valerie says good night, and TJ says good night. So good night, you all. And remember, we're always about the hashtag be bodacious, which means you're not going to let life get in the way of living. Okay, I will see you Saturday at 7 Eastern. Take care, y'all.